The return of my Coin Lady channel brings me much joy. So far, this week has not been great for Ripple and XRP. The SEC has, of course, appealed the ruling, which brings us to the tail end of the story, the lawsuit, which Ripple's won handily, and the fine, roughly $125 million, that they were fined. It has now moved on to the Second Circuit, and based on what I can see, a ruling is likely to be handed down in 2026, barring a lot of unforeseen events. I'm still holding out hope, though. If Congress wants to, they may depose it. The second is that Gensler might be deposed from office if someone like Trump were to win. Harris has already mentioned her intention to appoint Gensler as Secretary of the Treasury, thus I doubt she will win the race. In the end, it doesn't matter to him. Therefore, I am much more optimistic that this case will not take that long to resolve, even if it does. Although we are anticipating a technical pattern that we believe will take XRP to approximately $19, which does not necessarily have to happen overnight, this is something that we have always stated, and my portfolio reflects this in terms of the percentage that I hold in XRP. During this bull run, that is possible. This can take place throughout the course of a longer period of time. Therefore, XRP accounts for around 7% of my portfolio. We hope we can avoid the fate of many XRP holders in 2021, when the entire cryptocurrency market crashed. I had a complete paradigm shift during that bull market. I have a feeling that a lot of you will follow suit with this one. I still believe XRP will pull through in this, despite all the current uncertainty. Since we're going to be exploring some fascinating topics, my goal in making this movie is to lift people's spirits a bit. Keeping in mind that the macro pattern we are presently examining is still very much at work, we will begin by conducting our price analysis and observing that nothing has changed on the back end of this. We have previously stated that the 9,394 cents range is crucial. Once achieved, you will be well on your way to $19.27, which will place XRP's market valuation at over $1 trillion, an amount that some consider inconceivable. In my opinion, that is not the case. Even though Bitcoin is the biggest cryptocurrency by market cap, more than $1 trillion, I believe XRP will see more monetary use than its competitors. We now know that a coin may reach $1 trillion thanks to Bitcoins. I believe XRP has the potential to become the leading enabler of the new financial system, and there's no reason why it shouldn't be able to accomplish that. It's worth $1 trillion. In all honesty, I don't believe it is all that impressive. In my opinion, that's not only doable, but there's room to grow beyond it. From a monetary perspective, our XRP price forecast is still very much up for grabs. The present price action is pretty unpleasant, but in reality, you're at the same price as you were a month, 2 months, 3 months, or 4 months ago. And this is the sad tale, I suppose, of XRP. It has been a tremendous underachiever, but I predict it will turn out to be an outstanding overachiever. That is the point at which I would like to transition. My first point is to address the mounting national debt. We have already discussed the role that stable coins will play in solidifying the dollar's position as the world's preeminent currency. To add insult to injury, I do not believe XRP will remain a domestic phenomenon. On a more global scale, they will also be significant. As far as BRICS are concerned, there was some rather intriguing news. It was at their October summit, then. It's 2024, and smoke is calling out. An excellent Twitter guide to follow. The initiative's backers claim it will streamline trade among the BRICS nations and enable real-time transactions through blockchain-based systems. You can see this in their lofty goals for financial inclusion and efficiency. Members of the BRICS bloc will have the freedom to trade with one another using a specific currency, en masse in one country, thanks to currency settlement. Before its possible introduction at this year's BRICS meeting, XRP has basically been designed to perform BRICS payments, which will cause the global financial system to become even more fragmented. Some people are thinking this could be XRP, so I guess there isn't anything unique about that. Another purpose for XRP is as a substitute for gold, or at least as the foundation upon which a gold-backed currency would rest. We have discussed the enormous impact that stable coins will have in the future, and XRP, with its real USD backing, has undeniably become the proverbial golden child from a US perspective. Just as Amazon, Nvidia, and all these other American stocks, they all become what they are today because America has utilized them to achieve its worldwide agenda. They will become unicorn stocks Ripple in the future as a result of their technological prowess. In a similar vein, Ripple will play a major part in resolving the question of who will purchase debt, which is one of the numerous problems plaguing the financial system. Just like Tether, they will use the debt to support stable currency. After Coinbase delisted Tether in Europe, it's probable that the United States will follow suit. The real USD, and, by extension, XRP, will climb in value because of this precedent. So, in my opinion, XRP has a lot of great qualities. The bad news that came out at the conclusion of last week has, in my opinion, merely slowed things down overall. All of the world's money, including debt, is involved in what they're attempting to do. For the simple reason that debt is the inverse of monetary value. Money comes into being through borrowing. A mountain of debt is floating about. You have to find a way to handle things without causing a total breakdown. What XRP is doing is taking its time, just like these things. There's a noticeable delay. But we do believe that, in the end, it has the best possibility of being used to enable this new financial system in terms of blockchain. Listen, I'm not stating this merely because I own XRP, this is the real reason I hold it. Of course, from a technical standpoint, the position we initially examined is not my biggest asset. This is a risk I'm willing to accept, so although it's not my biggest holding, it does make up a significant portion of my portfolio. And the decision to be or not to be is totally in your hands. However, I do believe that there are certain indisputable facts, similar to what appeared in the Flash. With approximately 101,700 contracts, Ripple is well established in the financial sector. So, governments are part of the category. There are numerous explanations. Guys, this isn't simply empty space. Last week, some news broke that had far-reaching implications for the entire business. Swift has some great news to share. Next year, Swift will begin tracking real-time digital assets and currency transactions for financial institutions all around the globe. This is a major step forward in our goal of letting banks use their existing connections to Swift cross-border payments to transact freely across different asset and currency kinds, both current and future. According to Swift's Chief Innovation Officer, the company plans to keep working toward its goal of providing its community with the ability to easily make and track transactions involving all types of assets using the same secure and resilient infrastructure that is fundamental to their operations today. This will allow them to keep up with the emerging forms of value. The announcement states that the live trials or digital asset transactions over the Swift network would begin in 2025. Tell me about the Swift network. A messaging service is what it is. There is no blockchain here. Swift is not a blockchain company. They collaborated with companies like Chainlink to use its CCIP, a kind of connective tissue that I predict will become the norm for how blockchains talk to each other and, in essence, get access. In my opinion, Chainlink will serve as the connecting tissue that allows the blockchain world to interact with the existing financial world. Your attention in seeing my video is greatly appreciated. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye for now.